2, 3, 4, 5.
Number one, as it's a Camilla written song, I thought it would be good to start with the keys, the string, potentially a sample in the second verse. It's this bit here.
And it sort of feels like a Bollywood sample.
But not like Toxic by Britney Spears, but she used a sample from a Bollywood film in Toxic. Same as Missy Elliott in Get Your Freak On. One more thing that I want to mention, but underneath the chorus, you've got almost like these jingle bells. There's some piano as well, I think, buried in there somewhere, but it feels very light-hearted, jovial.
Yeah, sort of Christmassy handbells.
And that's what the bells add. You're right. It's that they sort of add this light-heartedness, tongue-in-cheek quality to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, let's move on to number 2.
We have the guitar part. Now, there's a gorgeous Smithsy kind of arpeggiated riff. That G minor, A, D minor at the end is so cool. There's this sort of chucking going on, maybe like a little Nile Rodgers action before the solo. I'll play that to you now. It sounds like it's being played with fingers rather than a guitar pick.
Yeah, there's a sort of disco vamping feel to it, isn't there?
But again, there's that light and shade because you've got that chucking, that vamping underneath it, that disco-y feel, and then you've got the actual solo part of it, which feels very minor key, very sort of sorrowful, very wistful.
Right. Ethereal.
Yeah.
It's one of the nice things about this song is that there's a lot packed in. There's a lot of variation. There's a lot of interesting flourishes and unique parts as the song moves on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Moving on to number 3.
At the start, in the first verse, second verse, we have those thumping bass parts that are, I think, played at the same time with a synthesizer. These little... In the third verse, that thumping just becomes... so much cooler, so much more groove. It feels a lot more funky. And interesting that you should raise that idea of that sort of disco funk feel, because that's happening at the same time as the chucking on the guitar.
Right.
That third verse is fantastic.
Yeah, there's definitely some building going on in this song, isn't there? It's moving and progressing.
We can't talk about the bass without mentioning just the majesty of this little bass run at the end of the second chorus.
Is there also a sort of Eastern feel to it, do you think? Or am I reaching there?
Yeah, you're reaching.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So part 4 is an interesting one because I couldn't work out what parts were drum samples, what parts were played on an actual kit. Let's have a listen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, obviously you've got that big reverberating.
Yeah, like a massive floor tom or something. That snare sounds like a sample to me, which is probably why it's sort of, people have mentioned the phrase trip hop, and you've got these like little percussive effects that happen about here. Like The chorus feels more like a traditional drum kit.
It's a driving beat.
It's very tom heavy, isn't it?
There's a contrast between the verses, which are quite sparse, and the chorus, which is much fuller and more dynamic.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you listen with all these parts turned on, the chorus is really full. Whereas in the verses, you've got
Yeah.
You know, it's that whole loud, quiet, loud philosophy that the Pixies used.
But it's an interesting potential taster of the album, isn't it? If we're picking up hip hop, we're picking up disco, you know, who knows what the album's going to bring us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Which leads us on to part 5, Morrissey's vocals.
Essentially, the story is that the protagonist visits Paris, visits the subject of this song, who makes this exclamation, which talks of the deception involved in cosmetics, not showing your true self, but hiding behind some kind of a mask. The other thing that you potentially picked up on, Sam, was a link with a different literary figure.
Yes, Gertrude Stein. She became this central figure. Her house became a hub for the modernist movement, you know, art, literature. She also loosely has appeared within Morrissey's sphere as part of his stage backdrops, and I think he's played readings of her poetry in his pre-show playlists as well. Okay. So as a potential person for this to be based on, I think she stands as my number one suspect. One final thing to add, people love that. They're calling it his voice crack. It sounds deliberate to me at the end of the first and second chorus. I'll play that now. Makeup is a lie. That's just wonderful. It sounds so natural. His voice sounds as clear as it does when he's singing on stage. The verses, although they're tuneful, they feel spoken compared to the chorus, and then the final chorus ending on that higher note for the word lie. Lie. That tail off as well with the echo and the reverb is really cool. And then everything just stops.